Hey, what up guys? Welcome back to the vlog. So today I'm gonna be talking about how to track foods. I've gotten a lot of questions on how to track it. Do we track it, if it's a meat, do we track it before or after? Or I will agree, at first it does seem like it probably is a little too complicated and it's too much, and then you don't even want to mess with it. But today hopefully by the end of the day, I can show you that it's really not that difficult. The app that I use, my MyFitnessPal, it really makes it easy for you. It's got a large database. You can go in there and search almost whatever and it'll be in there. This video is not sponsored, but maybe if MyFitnessPal wanted to sponsor me, that'd be cool. So, yep, without any further ado, let's get to it. All right, so for breakfast, I'm gonna make an omelet. Now, don't want any judgment. I'm not a professional chef, nor do I claim to be. I feel like I have to have that disclaimer. But let's get to it. So for the eggs, really no need to weigh them out. Carton itself will have the nutrition facts, and so it's easy. You just go to whatever app you use to track. I try and search exactly the name that appears on the box of the carton for the most accuracy. So you just search for it on there and just make sure that what the app is saying lines up with what the back of the box or the carton says. So for eggs, like I said, I don't track it, I'll just do that. All right, so next thing is egg whites. So let's see if I can get the camera to focus. Okay, perfect. So what I'll do is I'll search real egg whites, 100% real egg. I'll try and get as much as I can of this title when I search for it. And then based off what the app tells me, the results, I make sure that for 46 grams, it's saying that it's 25 calories, basically 0 fat, 0 carbs, and 5 grams of protein. So I find the result that says exactly that, and then I'll change it. You can change the serving size on the app, and I'll change it to, instead of the 46 grams, I'll change it to 1 gram. And then that allows for more flexibility. Now I can put 80 grams, 100 grams. Now we just get our egg whites, turn it on, make sure it's zeroed out with whatever you already have in the container. And we're just gonna pour until it says 80 grams. Try and get as close as possible. Ooh, nice. The same thing goes for the ham. The whole process is the same. I guess technically you don't need to zero it out again, but I like to, just for, like I said, the simplicity of it, less math. But we put our egg whites in, so now I'll just zero it out and then we'll add our ham. Oof. Guys, got 34 grams on that one. We're supposed to get 30 grams of the ham. Got 34. All right, guys. This is the protein pancake that I use. And the same thing for this as everything else, and I'll repeat myself many times, I'm sure, throughout this video, but right now it's saying 63 grams. Let's see if you can. 63 grams is 220 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, 37 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. Okay, you could tell once I emptied the bowl out, it's now saying it's 176 grams, and so we'll just zero that out. And then pour our serving. We'll try and get as close as we can. Now this isn't a liquid, so if I happen to go over, it's easy just to scoop it out. 110. Come on. Oop. Too much. All right, so we have the eggs cooking, we have the pancakes on the griddle. That's pretty much it. The only thing that we really have left to do is I like to put peanut butter and honey on my pancakes. And so I can show you guys how I weigh that out, but you know, it's the exact same. Hopefully by this point you're already seeing, hey, this isn't that hard. Like, I think I can do this, and hope, you know, that's my goal for the day. It's really not that difficult. At first, it will take a little more time, especially if you're having to search all the foods that you're using, the ingredients and whatnot. But once you've used it, it stays in your search history. So for the next day, you can just add the pancakes, add the eggs, etc. So it does become easier as time goes on. Not bad, not bad, there we go, yeah. So I like to use this Frank's one. This I put on almost everything that I eat. I don't track this either. Really, you don't need to because it is zero everything. All right, so the first thing is peanut butter. It's still set to milliliters, so I'm going to change it to grams and then zero it out. For this, I'm going to be serving 24 grams, which is about 1.5 tablespoons. I'm not going to be using a knife because I'm lazy and don't want to have to wash too many things. So I'll just use the back of this spoon to scoop it out and then just smear it on the pancakes. All right, guys, second meal of the day, lunch. It's a late lunch. It's almost 2 at this point, but it's gonna be basically 4. Lunch is gonna be some ground turkey that I've already made, some rice that Abby just made, and some beans. And I'm gonna put a banana on here. Gasp, I know. Banana is a Colombian thing. Well, like a Southern American, Latin American, not tradition, like cuisine, I don't know, how do you say it? But you know, we do like plátanos or stuff like that. I have that as a disclaimer because I once ate a meal with a banana on it. People were like, what are you doing? So I don't want my followers raging on the comments. Let's pour the turkey in here, and Abigail will try and get a shot of this if you can. Turn on the scale, it's pretty easy. Change this to ounces, and then we're gonna do 6 ounces of ground turkey. Perfect. Okay, ground turkey's nuked. So, same thing, zeroed out, changed it to grams. Now we're gonna go for 210. Wow.
Exactly.
Oh, 210.
Nice.
It's not my first rodeo. Zero it out again. Pour our kidney beans. Try and get most of my carbs out the way before. Beautiful. before the workout. Zero it out. Now for the controversial piece. Oh, it didn't zero out. Banana, 111 grams. And that's it, easy as that. Hey guys, last meal of the day. This is gonna be ground beef that I made, some veggies, and rice, and that's it. Nothing fancy. So here we have the scale, turn it on, it'll zero out for us. We're gonna do a cup two, and I say two because that's what I had for lunch too. So that's 210 grams right there. Oops, got 214. 209, I'll take it. Warm up. So now I'm gonna apply the veggies because it's already on grams, and I measure the veggies in grams. Just to make it easy, I'm gonna do 2 servings. So that's gonna be 170 grams. 170. Beautiful. Change the unit to ounces. Zero out the scale. And we're gonna do 6 ounces of ground beef. Okay, and that's that. One thing I do want to talk about right quick is I always get a lot of questions on, do I weigh my meat before, raw, or after it's cooked? In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. A lot of people will tell you the same thing. The only thing you have to do is be consistent. So for example, if I measured exactly how much ground beef I need when it's raw, and then I cook it, and then I weigh that out, then it's gonna be inconsistent. Also, if I track it one way, if I track the beef one way, but then the ground turkey, I track it a different way, your data is gonna be inconsistent that way. So just pick one and stick to it. I like to weigh it once it's cooked, because then I can make larger quantities that way, and then it allows me to pack it up and easily pack my lunches or meal prep and all that stuff. But this is the last meal of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this, what I eat in a day / how I track my foods. Let me know if you have any questions.